What's up guys, Soup here, and in today's video we're going to find out if the 2024 CRF250F can ride motocross. So I got it here, and we got the MX track. It's a little grassy, but we're going to take it for a few laps and see what we can get into and answer the question, can the CRF250F ride motocross? And before we get into it, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel to see more videos like this, drop a comment, let me know what you want to see next from the CRF250F, and leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. It really helps me out. But like I said, let's answer the question, can this bike ride motocross? Now right off the bat, you see I'm carrying a good bit of speed, and I'm about 6 foot, so this bike, as far as ergonomics goes, I can comfortably go pretty fast without feeling like it's really too sketchy or anything. The thing handles the corners really good. I'm just on stock tires. This bike is literally bone stock. Got it from the dealership yesterday, so nothing has been changed whatsoever. And the nice thing about this bike, compared to like the CRF125, I believe it's BL, I always say the numbers wrong, the big wheel 125, this thing has disc brakes front and rear, whereas the 125 only has the front disc brake. So the stopping power on this thing is much better, which is definitely something you want on the motocross track, because you're going to be carrying a lot more speed into these turns. So if you do need to stop or slow down or adjust your trajectory into the turn or something, having good brakes is key. Now the power delivery on this thing for motocross is pretty good. It can kind of just tractor up over big obstacles, and in the turns you can pretty much stay on the throttle the whole way through. And as long as you're in the right gear, you don't really have to worry about braking traction. It kind of just pulls the whole way through. So you may be asking, Soup, why in the world would I get this bike to do motocross? Well, that's the thing. You probably wouldn't. It wouldn't be my first choice if I really wanted to be like competitive or something like that. However, if you're someone who's new, let's take the Joker lane here. If you're someone who's newer to riding and like you have aspirations of getting a big motocross bike in the future, that's the kind of riding you really want to do, this is a really good bike to kind of like learn those fundamental skills on, because it's super forgiving in a lot of ways. And if you're someone like me, who I have some other bikes as well, this bike is really nice to have in the arsenal. If you have any friends that are newer and they want to kind of learn how to ride as well, you can kind of have one of these on hand if you're able to, and be able to sort of like loan it out to people and sort of teach them how to ride if you are more experienced. As far as jumping goes, the stock suspension, it lands jumps fine if you're not like flat landing too high, and if you're landing on the downside of jumps good, then you're perfectly fine. This thing it's actually pretty heavy. It's 262 pounds. However, it's pretty small, and it doesn't feel heavy when you're riding it. It actually feels pretty light, so you can flick it around and do things like throw scrubs, all that sort of thing. So overall, I mean, can this bike ride moto? Yes. Will it be competitive? Definitely not. I mean, it doesn't have the power to keep up with the actual like modern motocross race bikes. But if you're trying to learn skills, or you have a friend with a motocross track, or you just want to take it to the local track and kind of have fun, this thing can definitely do it. Like, as you can see, I'm having an absolute ball on it. I've been riding for, oh, I don't know, more than 15 years. And I'm not growing out of this thing. I'm still having a blast on it. So, yeah, I mean, if you're curious, you have any more questions about this bike, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer your questions. And if you're really excited about getting a bike for the first time, that's really sweet. I'm excited for you, and that's dope. I hope you end up getting one, even if it's not this one. Any bike is better than no bike. Just be safe out there if you do get a bike that's a little more powerful than your skill set. Try it out in the field first. Be safe. You don't want to crash and scare yourself and not want to ride again. So be safe out there, guys. Drop a comment if you want to know anything specific about this thing, and like I said, like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and you can see my videos in the future. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Soup out.